Can you describe the sound? It's a snap or a popping noise that seems to happen when I'm making a turn. Not sure what that would be. We'll take it for a spin and see if we can figure it out. Well, I had one of our guys drive it around the block, but he didn't hear anything strange. Well, I'd like you to put it up on the lift and take a look at it. Not a problem, that'll be the regular rate. I'm afraid we can't do that. Imagine if we did free checkups for everybody who walked in here hearing strange sounds. What do you think would happen? We'd go out of business, that's what would happen. Okay, I'm not supposed to do this, but since you've been a loyal customer, we'll take a look at it for half the usual rate. No, that doesn't work for me. How about this instead? You take a look at it. If the problem turns out to be completely unrelated to the recent brake work, then I'll pay the normal price for having it looked at, as well as the additional repair cost. But if it does have something to do with the previous brake work, then all of the work and the check will be for free. I can tell you right now that the problem is in no way related to your recent work. We are a quality shop, sir, and we only do quality work. I'm sure you feel that way, but I still want the car checked free of charge. Sir, we're very busy. If you're not going to be reasonable, please step aside and let someone else come up to the counter. You're keeping these good people waiting. I'm sorry that you feel I'm being unreasonable, but I still want my car looked at free of charge, and until that happens, these people are just going to have to wait. Next in line. Hi, what can I do for you? Excuse me, but I'm still in line here. No, you're not. And if you don't leave immediately, I'll be forced to call the authorities. Goodbye, then. So that didn't turn out exactly the way we wanted it to. But you're not always going to get your way, even with these assertiveness techniques. And the point is not to get your way necessarily. The point is to not compromise your principles. The point is to feel good about the way you acted and the decisions you made. In the previous dialogue, we stood our ground, we chose not to bring the authorities into the picture, and hopefully we felt good about that decision. There's of course some other things we could do in this particular scenario. We could go to the Better Business Bureau and file a report with them. We could go to one of the many websites online where you can write reviews of local businesses, and we could write a negative review. It's actually a very important point that's illustrated in this dialogue that you don't always want to keep using these assertiveness techniques. There may be appropriate times to quit. There may be appropriate times to be more passive, particularly if you have little or no control over the situation. Or any scenario where you yourself judge the consequences of being non-assertive to be superior to the consequences of being assertive. For example, if you're ever physically in danger, this may be an excellent time not to be assertive. Suppose you're in a bar and someone has had too much to drink and is clearly looking for a fight. Perfectly reasonable to not be assertive with this person. Or an even more extreme example is, suppose you're getting mugged. You probably want to just hand over your wallet and not risk your life being assertive. Another good example of a time you may not want to be assertive is if you're at the mercy of the law. If you're in a courtroom, for example, not a lot of judges are going to be real happy with you using the broken record technique, for example, and they could hold you in contempt of court. It's probably not worth it for you to be assertive in this case. But maybe you disagree. Maybe you think this is the perfect scenario to be assertive. In that case, it is the right decision for you. Remember, you are always the judge, the final judge, of your own behavior and the decisions you make.